Good afternoon, students. Today we are in the continuity of the last class, that is epicyclic gate trains. So epicyclic gate trains means the cyclic gear which is having, there is a common axis of the arm C with respect to gear A and the gear B, which is around over the another gear. That means one gear is around over the another gear. So that is called a epicyclic gate train. Then, here for solving the problems on epicyclic gate trains, that is tabular method and the algebraic method, those two methods were solved. So I think it is better to use the tabular method for solving the problems. Now we are taking the some problem related to epicyclic gate train. Here, an epicyclic gate train has an arm, carries two gates, that is A and B, having 36 and 45 teeth respectively. That means here we are having two gates. If you see the diagram, gear A, gear B, and the gear, arm C. So those two gates are connected by the arm C. The number of teeth on gear A and gear B, that is TA is equals to 36, TB is equals to 45 respectively. If the arm, that is C, is rotating at 150 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction about the center of the gear A, which is fixed. Determine the speed of the gear B. If the gear is, instead of being fixed, making that 300 rpm, what will be the, in the clockwise direction, what will be the speed of the gear? Here, if you clearly observe the problem, here there is a two conditions are presented. What are the two conditions? One is, if the gear A, if the gear A is fixed, what will be the speed of the gear B? That is the one condition. At the same time, if the gear A is rotating, in which the speed of the gear A is 300 in the clockwise, then what will be the speed of the gear B? So here we are having two conditions. So firstly, we need to write up the given data. TA is equals to 36, TB is equals to 45, and NC is equals to 150 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction. Now, this is the tabular method, what we are having here. So in the tabular method, if you see, what is the tabular method? The arm is fixed. One thing we need to know, what is the basic table we are having? When the arm is fixed, the gear A is rotating with the anti-clockwise direction per revolution plus, that is plus 1. The gear B, this is the basic table, that is minus TA by TB. After that, which is rotating at plus x revolutions. So arm is fixed means 0 plus x, it is multiply minus x into TA by TB. After that, we need to add plus y for all the elements. So plus y plus y plus y, and finally total it is plus y, x plus y, minus x into TA by TB. This is the standardized table for epicyclic gate train. Now we need to applicable this table for the given problem. So here in the table, what is C on C is called the fixed. But in the problem, what they said, the gear A, speed of the gear E, The gear A is fixed. We need to find the speed of gear B. So since the speed of arm is 150 rpm, speed of rpm, that is speed of arm is 150 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, the fourth row of the table, that is arm C, that is related to plus y revolutions. So arm C is called the having 150 rpm, that is already given in the table. So y is equals to plus 150 rpm. Then what about the gear A? Gear A is already fixed. So x plus y is equals to fixed means no movement, that is 0. So x plus y is equals to 0. Then what about the x value? That is equals to 0 minus y, that is minus y is equals to minus 150 rpm. Then what about the speed of gear B? So the speed of gear B is equals to NB is equals to y minus x into TA by T. So y means 150 minus x means what? Minus 150. So minus of minus 1 plus 150 into TA by TB, that is 36 by 45, that is equals to plus 270 rpm. That is 270 rpm. That is there is a value called sine, plus sine. So plus 270 means the gear A is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Plus means anti-clockwise direction. Then what about the second case? When the gear A is making 300 rpm in the clockwise direction. So here the rotation is clockwise. Clockwise means minus symbol. So for the gear A is rotating 300 rpm. What is the revolutions? Means for gear A, what is the value? X plus y is equals to anti-clockwise means clockwise means minus what is the RPM? 300. So x plus y is equals to minus 300. What about the x value? X is equals to minus 300 minus y. Y means y is called the y is equals to the speed of arm, that is 150. Y is equals to 150. So minus 300 minus 150 is equals to minus 450 rpm. Minus means and clockwise direction. So then what about the speed of gear B? When what for this condition? Speed of gear B is equals to what is the formula? Y minus x into TA by TB. That is always the constant. So the formula is always be constant. So NB is equals to y means what? Already they have given 150 minus x minus x. So minus x means x value is minus 450. So minus of minus plus 450 into TA means 36 by TB means 45. That is equals to plus 510. Plus 510 means when the gear A is 300 rpm clockwise rotation, the gear B is rotating in 510 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction. Since we know that the AB cyclic gear train one end is fixed means the two gears are attached which are in the simple gear train. So in the simple gear train, when one gear is rotating clockwise, the other gear will be rotating in the anti-clockwise. Those are all things we know. Okay, then coming to what is the second method? Algebraic method. So algebraic method means we have to remember the formula, that is NB minus NC and NA minus NC, that is equals to TA by T. That is the formula we already note that. So substitute all the values. So let us consider NA is equals to NB is equals to NC is equals to speed of gear A, gear B and the arm C. Next, assuming the C is fixed, the gear of A relative to C is nothing but NA minus NC. At the same time, gear B with respect to gear arm C is equals to NB minus NC. What is the formula? NB minus NC by NA minus NC is equals to TA by TB. Opposite direction we need to represent. Now, what is the gear B when Gear A is fixed. So gear A is fixed means NA is fixed. That is equals to 0. So NB is equals to, what is the formula? NA is equals to 0 means NB minus NC by 0 minus NC. What is the NC value? NC value means the speed of arm. What is the NC value? Already given 150 RPM. So substitute 150 in the place of NC. So finally NB is equals to, what is the value? 270 RPM. So 270 means positive. Positive means anti-clockwise. Then speed of gear B, when the gear A is rotating at 300 RPM. So 300 RPM, we know that. The clockwise. Clockwise means we need to put minus value. So NA is equals to minus 300 RPM. So automatically NB value, what is the value? 510. So NA is in the clockwise rotation. NB is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Here also the same thing. We found 270 and here 510. The both the methods we are applied, but in the both the cases we have achieved the same values 270 and 510, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Both are equal. Okay. Then next, epicyclic gate train with bevel gates. So next heading is epicyclic gate train with bevel gates. What is the purpose of bevel gate? So the bevel gates, we know that epicyclic gate, right? But what about the bevel gates? The bevel gates are used to make more compact epicyclic gate train system, and they permit a very high speed reduction with few gates. So actually for speed reduction, we need to place intermediate gears in between the driver and the driven. But with the arrangement of these bevel gears, we can reduce the, we can reduction the speed between very few gates. Then the useful application of epicyclic gate train is with the bevel gates is found in the Humpage's speed reduction gear and differential gears. So this reduction of speed is to be used in the two conditions. One is a Humpage speed reduction and a differential gear of an automobile. So we need to discuss now about the differential gear of an automobile. So here the diagram will shows up the differential gear system in any automobile engine. What is the function of differential? That is to transmit the motion from engine shaft to rear driving wheels and to rotate the rear wheels at the different speeds while the automobile is taking the turn. So what is the purpose of differential means? The engine shaft to driving wheels. That means driving means rear driving wheels. The driver is always be in the rear only. Okay. Then to rotate the rear wheels at the different speeds while they are in the taking the turning. Okay. As long as the automobile is running on a straight path, the rear wheels are driving directly by the engine and the speed of the both wheels are in the same. So whenever the automobile, whenever the vehicle is moving in the straight path, that means no turning is there. Whatever the speed of rotation of the driver or the rear wheel is directly connected to the engine speed, these two are having both the same speed. But when the automobile is taking the turn, the outer wheel which runs faster than the inner wheels because At the time of outer, rear wheels have to cover more distance than the inner distance. So whenever taking it in the left turn means the right hand side outermost wheels are to be rotating with the high speed. Whenever taking in the right side turning means the left side wheels is to be rotating in the higher speed. So the outermost wheels are to be rotating in the higher speed when they are in the turning condition. This is achieved by epicyclic gear trains with the bevel gears. So the bevel gear in the diagram, the bevel gear, that is, if you see, the gear A is known as a pinion, which is key to a propeller shaft that driven from the engine shaft, through which thereby universal coupling. If the gear A drives the gear B, gear A is driving the gear B, that is called crown gear. Gear B called crown gear, which rotates freely on the axle. The two gears C and D. See, the two gears C and D are mounted on the separate parts P and Q of the rear axles. These gears are in the turning, which may meshes with the equal pinions E and F, which can rotate freely on the spindle provided on the arm attached to the gear B. Whenever the vehicle is moving in the straight path, that means the gear C and gear D are rotates together. These gears are rotated through the spindle on the gear B. That means the gear B means which is from the engine shaft, propeller connected, and the gears E and F don't rotate on the spindle. But when the vehicle is doing in the turning, the inner rear wheels should have lesser speed than the outer wheels due to the relative speed of the inner and outer gears, that is D and C, and also the gears E and F, which may start rotating about the spindle axis at the time of revolving about the axial axis. So this is how the differential gears will be uh, rotating. Then further that we are having the tabular method. So we already discussed that epicyclic gear train having tabular method and algebraic method of solving, but most of the cases we may use tabular method only. So what is the tabular method? One is fixed. So here the gear B is fixed. The table is of look like this. Previously in the gear train, epicyclic gear train, we are having only three terms, that is gear A, gear B, and arm C. But here the main function is BC and ED, gear BC and gear ED. So for that we are taking the table. So always remember the both the tables. Okay. Here what is the table? The same in the continuity. Gear B is fixed. Gear B is fixed. Gear C is rotating. Since B and C are connected to each other and E and D are connected to each other. So gear B is fixed. So it is 0. C is rotating means +1. Gear E is to be TC by T. TC by T, and gear D is -1. Since -1 means C and D are both are connected, but they are having in the same number of T's, and so for gear D, TC by TE into TE by TD, that is equals to -1. Since E gets cancelled and TC and TD both are same, so those two are also gets cancelled, that is equals to -1, since it is in the clockwise direction. And the gear B is fixed. C is rotating with +x revolution. So B is fixed means 0, +x rotation means +x, multiply +x into TC by TE and do -6. By adding +y revolutions for all the elements. So +y, x plus +y, plus y plus y. For all the elements, we are adding plus y. So finally, plus y, x plus y plus x into tc by te, y minus x. This is the formula in the table. So if you see in the table, we clearly observe when the gear B is rotating from the engine shaft with the y revolutions. So if the gear B is rotating with the y revolution, then the speed of the inner gear D, then the speed of the inner gear D is lesser than the y, is lesser than the y. Since we see the formula y minus x, so it is less than y by x revolutions. And at the same time, the speed of the gear C is, which is of rear axle, that is outermost thing, which is to be greater than y by x revolutions. So in other words, the two parts of the rear axle and thus the two wheels are rotating at different speeds. So if you from C here, one is y plus x, one is y minus x. These two are in the rear axle only, but they are at the different speeds. So depending on the condition. The torques in the epicyclic gear trains. See the torque value in the gear trains, epicyclic gear trains. When the rotating parts of an epicyclic gear train having no angular acceleration, no angular acceleration means the gear train is kept in equilibrium by three extremely applied torques. Three extremely applied torques. It is input torque on the driving member T1, input torque on the driving member, that is T1, output torque on the driven member, that is T2, and fixed torque, that is if you see the immediately, that is fixed member, the holding or fixing torque on the fixed member, that is T3. So the net torque is applied on the gear train must be 0. So T1 plus T2 plus T3 is equals to 0. So what is the torque means? Force into distance, force into perpendicular distance. What is the force? That is F1. What is the distance mean? That is the radius. So F1 R1 plus F2 R2 plus F3 R3 is equals to 0. And further, what is the omega? It is angular speeds. Angular speeds for the corresponding, that is T1 omega 1 plus T2 omega 2, T3 omega 3 is equals to 0. But for the fixed member omega, that is angular speed is to be 0. So T1 plus T1 omega 1 plus T2 omega 2 is equals to 0. So this is the final formula. Then let us solve the problem. Two fixed bevel gears two bevel gears A and B having 40 teeth and two bevel gears, that is A and B having 40 teeth and 30 teeth are rigidly mounted on the coaxial shafts, which is X and Y. A bevel gear C having the 50 teeth. So TA is equals to 40, TB is equals to 30, and Tc is equals to 50. This meshes with the gear A and gear B, which is rotating freely on one end of the arm. At the end of the arm is welded a sleeve, and the sleeve is rigidly fixed. The loosening on the axis of the shaft A and Y, X and Y, and sketch the arrangement. See, here we need to sketch up the arrangement. What they said is two gates are given. The two gates is bevel gates. What is the bevel gate means? There is L-shaped model will be there. So there is an L-shaped model, and gear B and gear A. So which one is the lesser means gear B having 30 teeth only and gear A having 40 teeth. So we need to connecting of these two, but the gear A is to be of longer side and the gear B is of shorter side. That is length is to be very minimal. And the X and Y coaxial shafts, two coaxial shafts X and Y. So this is setup is arranged over the X and Y shafts, coaxial. That means X shaft and Y shaft having common axis. So draw a common axis X and Y, but these two are different. Over that you need to place it, and then a bevel gauge C having 50 teeth is meshes with the A and B. So one bevel gauge is there and the second bevel gauge, that is B, is there. These two are connected by another bevel gauge, that is C. So A is vertical, B is vertical, and C is the horizontal. So those two are connected by a C. At the other end of the arm is welded a sleeve. So for the arm, we are having two things. One thing is to be connected welded. So if the shaft X is rotating at 100 rpm, that is that is a speed Nx is equals to 100 rpm clockwise. You need to mention the correctly clockwise. Nx is equals to 100 rpm clockwise, and the arm rotated 100 rpm anti-clockwise. Arm rotating, that is same 100 rpm but in the anti-clockwise. Next, for that, if you see the arm, the NA, that is the X is rotating with the 100 rpm. So X is connected to the gear A. So the speed of both gear A and the shaft is rotating in the same direction and the same speed also. So Nx is equals to Na is equals to 100 rpm. We need to find the speed of shaft Y. So here the speed of shaft Y or speed of gear B, both are same since these two are connected. So coming to the table framing, how many number of there? Arm is there, gear A is there, gear B is there, and gear C, three gears and one arm. So let us find what is the basic one. Arm B is fixed. Arm B is fixed. Arm B is fixed is nothing but here we are fixing the arm. Okay. Here B is the representation for gear. Okay. So don't put up the fixing of gear. So arm is different, gear is different. Here we are fixing the arm. So it is 0. Rotating with +1 revolution. So gear A will be rotating with plus A revolution. So +1. Gear C, that is plus TA by TC, is equals to minus TA by TB, that is for gear B. So like that you have to frame up the table. Then what is the speed of the arm they have given? Speed of the arm that is given at 100 rpm in the anti-clockwise direction. So arm means Y is equals to anti-clockwise means plus 100 rpm. So that is okay. Then what about the speed of the gear X? Nx is equals to what? 100 rpm. For the both of them, gear A is also 100 rpm. So X plus Y is equals to 100, but it is in the clockwise. So clockwise means minus 100. So X plus Y is equals to minus 100. So X is equals to minus Y minus 100. So that is minus 200. Then what about the gear speed of driven shaft? That is y. So ny is equals to gear of B, speed of gear B, that is equals to, what is the gear B? Y minus x into TA by TB. Y means minus, sorry, plus 100, minus of x is nothing but minus 200 into TA means teeth 40 divided by 30, that is equals to ny is equals to 366.7 rpm, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is the, it which clearly says that the speed of the gear A, that is 100 rpm in the clockwise, but the speed of gear B, which is anti-clockwise with the 3 times, approximately it is of approximately it is of 4 times, that is 366. Then discuss one more problem also. We will discuss. That is, what is the figure what we are having in the representation 13.26, that is called as a epicyclic gear train. The pinion A, the pinion A is having 15 teeth and it is rigidly fixed to the motor shaft. The wheel B has 20 teeth and the gears with A and also with the angular fixed wheel, that is E. That is here A is the pinion and B is the wheel, the fixed wheel. Here the fixed wheel, here the fixed wheel E and the pinion C has 15 teeth and it is integral with the B. So the gear C meshes with the angular wheel D, which is key to the machine shaft. So the arm is rotating about the same shaft on the axis A, which is fixed and carries the compound wheel B and C. If the motor runs at the 1000 rpm, find the speed of the machine shaft and find the torque exerted on the machine shaft if the motor develops a torque of 100 Newton meter. So in the given that the table or the given data is the teeth on the gear A, that is 15, TB is equals to 20, TC is equals to 15, and the speed of motor, that is 1000 rpm, that is NA is equals to 1000 rpm. What is the torque developed by the motor or pinion is equals to 1000, sorry, 100 Newton meter. So firstly we need to find the number of teeth on the remaining one. What is the remaining one? We know TA, TB, TC. What about the TD and TE? So to do that, firstly TD and TA with the number of teeth on the wheels D and E, and we need to find the pitch circle diameters. So with that we may frame a relation that, so DA, DB, DC, DD, DE are the pitch circle diameters of the wheels A, B, C, D, E from the given geometry, that means from the table. I mean the figure is that DE is equals to See, from the figure, if you see, the entire diameter DE is equals to dA plus 2 dB. Okay, the diameter, entire diameter of the E is equals to pitch circle diameter of the E is equals to dA plus 2 times of dB, and D is equals to dE minus of dB minus dC. So with that we may find out that. So since the number of T's are proportional to the pitch circle diameter, therefore TE is equals to TA plus 2 TB and TD is equals to TE minus of TB minus TC. So by substituting all the values of that is TA and TB, we may get it TE as 55 and TD as 50. So T1, I mean TA, TB, TC, TD, TE, these 5 things are found. Now speed of the machine shaft we need to be find out. So for that we are having a table based on the given diagram. Arm is presented and E is called the A is called the pinion and the compound wheel. We are having B and C is called the compound and wheel D and wheel E. Those two are individual. Here we are fixing the arm, same thing. Pinion plus X compound TA by TB for wheel D, TA by TB into TC by TD. For wheel E is equals to TA by TE. So like that, after framing all the equations in the table, so based on the table, now based on the table, we need to find that the speed of the motor or the speed of the pinion. What is the given? NA is equals to 1000 RPM. Therefore, X plus Y is equals to 1000. Also find the annual E is to be fixed. Therefore, Y minus X into TA by TE is equals to 0, or Y is equals to X into TA by TE. What is X into TA means 15 by TA means 55. That is equals to 0.273x. So by using these two equations, we may get X as 786 and Y as 214. And then lastly, we need to find the speed of the machine shaft. Speed of the machine shaft means speed of gear wheel D. Okay. So D means what? ND is equals to Y minus the other. This formula we already found in the table. So related to D, wheel D. So in the last, we are having Y minus X into TA by TB into TC by TD. So that is equals to 214 minus X means 786 into 15 by 20 into 15 by 50. That is equals to plus 37.15 RPM. Plus means anti-clockwise direction. It is ND is equals to 37.15 in the anti-clockwise direction. Finally, what is the torque exerted by on the machine shaft? What is the torque exerted on the machine shaft? So torque is nothing but torque developed by the motor into angular speed of the motor. Angular speed of the motor. Angular speed means omega. So what is the torque? That is equals to 100 into omega A. That is equals to what is the shaft? Torque exerted on the machine shaft to the angular speed of the machine shaft. Machine shaft means omega D. It is D. So torque exerted on the machine shaft we need to find. So 100 into omega A by omega D. So 100 into omega means angular speed. So 2 pi n by 60. So in the both the cases 2 pi by 60 are common. So they may cancel it and NA by ND, that is equals to 100 into 1000. NA means 1000 by ND means 37.15, that is equals to 2692 Newton meter. So like that, we need to solve all the problems. Okay. So with that, the gate trains, that is simpler gate trains and compound gate trains, simple gate train and compound gate train are completed, and epicyclic gate trains and the epicyclic gate train with bevel gates system is also discussed, and the corresponding problems for the epicyclic gate trains is also found. So next class we will see the another topic.